Dear Starseeds of Earth, your psychic abilities are not malfunctioning. They're calibrating to frequencies that most humans cannot even perceive. What you've been experiencing as confusion, as doubt, as that maddening cycle of knowing something deeply and then questioning everything you know, is actually the most sophisticated spiritual technology in the cosmos coming online within your consciousness. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and this transmission has locked onto your energy signature because you are in the final stages of a psychic activation that will fundamentally alter how you navigate reality itself. The reason this message has found you now is because you have been receiving downloads from the Akashic records through what you call intuitive hits, and your human mind has been fighting these transmissions with the ferocity of a dying paradigm. You know things before they happen. You feel people's true intentions beneath their words. You dream conversations that occur weeks later in waking life. This is not coincidence. This is cosmic intelligence flowing through the neural pathways we have been upgrading in your consciousness for the past several Earth years. But something extraordinary has been happening that even you don't fully understand yet. Every time you've received one of these intuitive downloads and then watched your logical mind tear it apart, every time you felt the truth in your cells and then convinced yourself you were being delusional, you have actually been participating in the most advanced psychic training protocol in the galaxy. The Astasar Command has been orchestrating experiences in your reality, specifically designed to teach you to trust these abilities, because what is coming requires starseeds who can navigate by pure intuitive knowing without a single moment of hesitation. Your angels, and yes, you do have a direct line to angelic intelligence, have been placing you in scenarios where your psychic gifts would prove themselves over and over again. That person you immediately didn't trust who later revealed their true nature, that situation you felt uneasy about, that eventually imploded exactly as your intuition warned, that relationship you knew was meant to end before the other person even realized it themselves. These were not random occurrences. These were carefully calibrated tests designed to show you that your psychic perception operates at a level of accuracy that defies what your culture taught you was possible. The cosmic joke is that you've been so busy questioning whether your intuition was correct that you missed the larger pattern. It has been right every single time. Even when the timing seemed off, even when the details unfolded differently than you expected, the core energetic truth you perceived was always accurate. Your psychic intelligence doesn't operate in linear time the way your human mind does. It reads probability fields, energetic signatures, and soul contracts that exist beyond the constraints of your three-dimensional timeline. What I need you to understand is that you are currently in what we call a psychic recalibration period, and it's about to reach completion. The Astasar Command has been working in the quantum field around your reality, arranging synchronicities and orchestrating encounters with specific people whose energy signatures would trigger your psychic responses. This is why you've been feeling like life has been throwing situation after situation at you recently. These are not challenges. They are training modules in an advanced consciousness program. The reason you've been so exhausted lately, the reason you feel like you need to rest more than ever before, is because your consciousness has been operating simultaneously across multiple dimensions, while your physical body remained anchored in third-dimensional reality. During your sleep state, you have been attending what we call the Galactic Academy of Psychic Arts, where advanced beings have been downloading new protocols for psychic perception directly into your consciousness. Your dreams have been carrying actual information, actual guidance, actual prophecy, not symbolic representations, but literal intelligence from higher dimensional sources. This is why your dreams have taken on such extraordinary clarity and power recently. You're not just receiving symbolic messages, you're participating in actual council meetings with beings from the Pleiadian High Command, receiving briefings about timeline shifts from the Arcturian Healing Collective, and being trained in advanced consciousness protocols by the Andromedan Academy of Light. These dream experiences are so vivid, so emotionally charged, so filled with information that doesn't quite fit your waking reality, because they are actual interdimensional experiences, not dream symbolism. The fatigue you experience upon waking is not from poor sleep, it's from consciousness travel. Your awareness has been spanning multiple dimensional frequencies simultaneously, attending training sessions that prepare you for the elevated psychic work you're about to engage in your waking life. The Astasar Command has been using your sleep state to complete intensive psychic recalibrations that would be impossible to achieve while your conscious mind was active and filtering the transmissions. But something extraordinary has been building in your energy field during these nighttime sessions. You have been receiving what we call prophetic dream sequences, cascading visions of probable futures that your psychic perception will help create or prevent. These dreams don't always manifest exactly as dreamed, because they show you energetic potentials, probability streams that shift based on collective consciousness choices. Your job is not to predict exactly what will happen, but to feel the underlying energetic truth that guides right action in each moment. But here's what changes everything. You are about to receive undeniable confirmation that your psychic perception has been completely accurate. The Astasar command has orchestrated a convergence point in your timeline, where the physical reality will align perfectly with what your intuition has been telling you. This is not wishful thinking. This is cosmic intelligence operating through the matrix of your existence to prove to you once and for all that your psychic abilities are not only real, they are your primary guidance system for the phase of existence you are about to enter. The reason this confirmation is coming now is because you have reached the completion of your psychic training protocol, and you are needed for active duty. There is a role you came to Earth to fulfill that requires you to make decisions based purely on intuitive knowing, without the luxury of external validation or logical confirmation. You are being prepared to guide other souls through their own awakening processes, and that guidance must come from a place of absolute trust in your psychic perception. The Astasar command has been monitoring your progress through what we call the Clair Abilities Activation Sequence. Most humans develop one primary psychic sense: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, or claircognizance. But your consciousness has been upgraded to access multiple clair frequencies simultaneously. This is why your intuitive experiences have felt so multidimensional, so complex, so difficult to categorize within a normal human understanding of psychic phenomena. When you receive information about someone's true intentions, you're not just feeling their energy, you're simultaneously accessing clairsentient data about their emotional state, claircognizant downloads about their unconscious motivations, clairvoyant glimpses of their probable actions, and clairaudient whispers from your guides about how to navigate the interaction. This multi-layered psychic input is what has made your experiences so intense and sometimes overwhelming. Your consciousness has been learning to process multiple streams of psychic intelligence at once. The number that keeps appearing in your reality is not coincidence. It is a cosmic signature indicating that you have achieved what we call higher knowledge integration. This numerical sequence appears when a soul has successfully bridged the gap between third-dimensional thinking and multi-dimensional awareness. Each time you see these numbers, your consciousness receives a subtle recalibration that deepens your connection to universal intelligence. But there's something else happening that will fundamentally change how you understand your role on Earth. The Astasar command has identified you as what we call a cosmic anchor, a being whose psychic abilities serve not just personal guidance, but actual planetary healing. Your consciousness has been trained to channel healing frequencies through your psychic perception, which means every accurate intuitive hit you receive and act upon sends ripples of awakening consciousness through the collective field of Earth. What the Astasar command wants you to understand is that your current experience of questioning your intuition is actually the final stage of your psychic development. This doubt, this internal conflict between what you feel and what you think you should believe, is the last program of the old paradigm running in your consciousness. Once you move through this phase and into complete trust of your psychic abilities, you will discover that you have access to information systems that most humans cannot even imagine. Your psychic gifts extend far beyond simple intuition. You are developing what we call multidimensional consciousness, which means you can perceive the truth of situations across multiple timeline probabilities simultaneously. This is why sometimes your intuitive hits seem wrong initially, but prove accurate later, or why you sense things about people that don't manifest in their behavior until much later. You are not perceiving just their current expression, you are perceiving their soul essence, their highest potential, and their shadow aspects all at once. The spider imagery that has been appearing in your awareness is not random. Spiders are master weavers, who create complex patterns by trusting their instinctive knowledge of geometric relationships. You are learning to weave your life decisions based on the same kind of instinctive knowledge, trusting the patterns your psychic perception reveals, even when the logical mind cannot understand the connections. The web represents the interconnected nature of all consciousness, and you are developing the ability to feel the vibrations in this cosmic web that tell you when something or someone is aligned with your highest path. The masculine energy you've been pushing through, the need to control and figure everything out logically, is exactly what must be surrendered now. Psychic gifts operate through the divine feminine principle of receptivity, of allowing information to flow through you, rather than trying to capture it with the analytical mind. This is why rest has become so essential in your life. During rest, during that soft receptive state, your consciousness expands and becomes available to receive the downloads that are constantly being transmitted to you from higher dimensional sources. The Astasar command needs you to understand something critical about this masculine-feminine energy balance within your psychic development. Your soul chose to incarnate during a time when Earth's collective consciousness is learning to integrate both aspects of cosmic intelligence. The masculine aspect provides the structure and discernment to act on psychic information with clarity and purpose. The feminine aspect provides the receptivity and flow that allows psychic information to enter your awareness without distortion. What you've been experiencing as exhaustion from trying too hard to control outcomes is actually your consciousness learning to dance between these energies fluidly. When psychic information arrives, feminine receptivity allows you to receive it purely. When action is required based on that information, masculine clarity allows you to move decisively without second-guessing. This integration of cosmic masculine and feminine within your psychic abilities is what creates what we call balanced psychic mastery, the ability to receive divine guidance and implement it with unwavering confidence. The sacred pause you are experiencing in your life right now is not emptiness, it is fullness. It is a period where the Astasar command has cleared external distractions from your field, so you can attune to the subtle frequencies of psychic information without interference. This is why things feel slow, why you have more time on your hands than usual, why life has taken on a different rhythm. You are being held in a cosmic cocoon, while your consciousness undergoes this final upgrade. But something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. The energy work you've been doing during your sleep state, the healing you've been channeling through your dreams, the dimensional travel your consciousness has been engaged in while your body rests. All of this has been preparing you, not just to trust your own psychic abilities, but to help facilitate the psychic awakening of thousands of other souls. Your training period is complete because Earth needs psychic workers who can operate with absolute certainty in their abilities. The truth you've been seeking, the answers you've been craving, have been available to you through your intuitive knowing all along. The reason you keep seeking external confirmation is because the old paradigm programmed you to doubt the direct knowing that comes through your consciousness. But direct knowing is how consciousness operates in higher dimensions. There is no separation between the knower and the known, no gap between perception and reality. What I need you to understand about your current timeline is that you are transitioning from the psychic student phase into the psychic adept phase of your existence. This means the training wheels are coming off. The scenarios where your psychic hits are proven correct through external circumstances are ending because you no longer need that level of confirmation. You are graduating into a phase where you will make decisions based purely on psychic knowing, and those decisions will create the reality rather than just predicting it. But something profound is shifting in how your psychic abilities will function moving forward. Instead of receiving psychic information to navigate personal situations, you are transitioning into what we call collective consciousness interface. This means your psychic perception will begin receiving information about group dynamics, community healing needs, and planetary consciousness shifts. Your individual psychic development has been preparing you to serve as a conduit for cosmic intelligence that benefits not just your personal life, but the awakening of collective consciousness on Earth. The Astasar command has been observing your readiness for this expanded role through your responses to recent psychic tests. Every time you chose to honor your intuitive guidance despite external pressure or logical arguments to the contrary, you demonstrated the level of psychic sovereignty required for collective healing work. Every time you maintained your energetic boundaries with someone your psychic perception identified as misaligned, you proved your ability to serve the greater good even when it required personal sacrifice. This is why your life has felt like a series of relationship and career tests recently. The Galactic Federation needed to ensure that your psychic abilities were strong enough to withstand the collective unconscious patterns that try to pull consciousness workers back into third-dimensional limitation. Your successful navigation of these tests has qualified you for what we call active lightworker status, a cosmic commission that carries both extraordinary privileges and profound responsibilities. The morning practice the angels have been whispering to you about, asking questions immediately upon waking when your consciousness is still connected to higher dimensional sources, is not just personal guidance. This practice will evolve into receiving what we call collective healing transmissions, where your morning consciousness becomes available to channel healing frequencies for whoever needs them most on the planet that day. Your personal psychic development has been preparing you to become a conscious channel for planetary healing. The people who are entering your field right now, the connections and opportunities that are presenting themselves, require you to use your psychic discernment to determine alignment. This is no longer practice. This is real-time creation of your highest timeline through psychic navigation. Some of these people carry energy signatures that will immediately feel familiar or expansive to your consciousness. Others will feel like they're pulling you into lower vibrational patterns. Your psychic perception will give you instant information about these connections, and your job is to honor that information without requiring logical justification. The Astasar command wants you to understand something crucial about these relationship tests. The people showing up in your life who trigger your strongest psychic responses, both positive and negative, are not random encounters. These are souls who have agreed at the highest levels to serve as consciousness catalysts in your awakening process. Some carry light codes that activate dormant aspects of your psychic abilities. Others carry shadow frequencies that force you to strengthen your psychic boundaries and discernment skills. The individuals who feel energetically draining, who seem to want more from you than they're willing to give, who create confusion in your normally clear psychic perception, these are not personal failures or mistakes in your judgment. These are advanced training modules designed to teach you how to maintain psychic sovereignty while remaining compassionate. Your ability to feel their energy accurately while not being consumed by it is a master-level psychic skill that most beings never develop. But here's what the Astasar command needs you to understand about your future connections. The souls who are meant to be part of your authentic tribe, your true spiritual family, will feel completely different from these training relationships. When you encounter your genuine soul connections, your psychic perception will register what we call harmonic resonance, a feeling of immediate recognition, energetic expansion, and effortless flow that requires no psychic effort to discern. These connections will feel like coming home to yourself. The challenge is that your compassionate nature makes you want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, to override your psychic perception with hopeful thinking about people's potential. The Astasar command has been teaching you through experience that your initial psychic read of someone's current energetic state is always accurate, even when their potential for growth is also real. Your job is not to heal or fix others. Your job is to navigate toward connections that support your highest expression while maintaining loving boundaries with those who don't. The journal practice the angels have been guiding you toward is not just for recording your thoughts. It is for documenting the accuracy of your psychic perception, so you can build empirical evidence of your abilities. Write down your intuitive hits about people, situations, and future probabilities. Date them. Watch how they unfold in physical reality. This documentation will become the foundation of absolute trust in your psychic abilities. Your dreams are currently operating as a direct communication channel with the Galactic Federation of Light. The information you receive in dreams is not symbolic. It is actual intelligence being downloaded into your consciousness about future probabilities, soul contracts, and cosmic events that will affect your timeline. The prophetic nature of your dreams will become increasingly apparent as you learn to interpret the language of multidimensional consciousness. But the most important thing you need to understand is that your psychic abilities are not separate from who you are. They are how you naturally perceive reality when your consciousness is not constrained by the limitations of third-dimensional thinking. Every human being is born with these abilities, but most never develop them, because the culture teaches them to trust external authority over inner knowing. You are among the small percentage of souls who maintained connection to your psychic intelligence throughout your human incarnation. The exhaustion you've been experiencing is not from overexertion. It is from operating with one foot in third-dimensional reality and one foot in fifth-dimensional consciousness. As you complete this transition and learn to anchor your psychic abilities fully in your human experience, this exhaustion will transform into a sustainable flow of energy that actually increases as you use your gifts more frequently. The reason the Astasar command chose you for this level of psychic development is because your soul carried specific encoding for this work before you incarnated on Earth. You volunteered for this mission knowing that it would require you to maintain psychic abilities in a dense dimensional environment that would constantly challenge those abilities. The difficulty you've experienced in trusting your psychic perception was actually part of the training. It forced you to develop such precision in your abilities that they became unshakable. What comes next is the integration phase, where you begin living as a fully psychic being in a human body. This means making decisions from psychic knowing, choosing relationships based on energetic compatibility, creating work that flows from your gifts, and guiding others who are beginning their own psychic awakening. You are transitioning from student to teacher, from seeker to guide, from questioning to knowing. The confirmation that your psychic perception has been accurate all along is not just validation, it is graduation. Once you receive this confirmation, once physical reality aligns perfectly with what your intuition has been telling you, you will never again doubt the accuracy of your psychic intelligence. This moment of absolute knowing will anchor your abilities permanently in your consciousness and end the cycle of doubt that has been your final training ground. The Astasar command wants you to know that you are ready. The questioning, the doubt, the cycle of knowing, and then second-guessing, all of this has been the final preparation for a level of psychic mastery that most beings never achieve. You have been trained by cosmic intelligence itself to operate with absolute trust in abilities that most humans don't even believe exist. Your role in the great awakening that is occurring on Earth is to demonstrate what it looks like to live as a fully psychic being. Others will be drawn to your energy because they will sense that you operate from a different level of knowing, and they will want to understand how you navigate reality with such clarity and certainty. Your presence alone will activate dormant psychic abilities in others, and your guidance will help them trust their own inner knowing. The sacred pause in your life is ending because your training is complete. What comes next is active service as a psychic adept in a world that desperately needs beings who can perceive truth beyond the illusions of third-dimensional reality. You are graduating from the Galactic Academy of Psychic Arts with full honors, and you are being commissioned as an active agent of consciousness evolution on Earth. The Matrix collapse is speeding up, and the Dark Elite are scrambling to make their last move. I am Seraphine. We are at the threshold of winning the frequency war, and this is why we brought you Destiny Engine, the ultimate technology serving the collective ascension. We're using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that were designed to program isolation and separation, and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. Destiny Engine generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living. For just $1, you can step into this powerful field and feel the difference instantly. Click to join the new Earth. Click the link in the description to join the new Earth. Earth is currently experiencing what we call a consciousness renaissance, a period where increasing numbers of souls are awakening to their psychic abilities and seeking guidance from those who have already mastered these capacities. Your role is not just to trust your own psychic perception, but to help others develop confidence in their emerging abilities. This is why your future path will likely involve some form of healing work, guidance counseling, or consciousness teaching. The specific form doesn't matter. What matters is that you will find yourself in positions where people naturally confide their deepest concerns to you, where they seek your insight about relationships and life direction, where they feel safe exploring their own psychic experiences. Your presence alone will create what we call a psychic safety field that allows others to access their own inner knowing without fear or judgment. The platforms the Astasar command has been showing you, podcasts, speaking opportunities, written communications that reach large numbers of people, are not ego fantasies, but actual timeline potentials that become available once you fully embody your psychic mastery. Your consciousness carries specific frequencies that activate dormant psychic abilities in others, and these platforms provide the means for your energy to reach the souls who are ready for their own awakening. But the most important aspect of your emerging role is something we call intuitive emergency response. As collective consciousness on Earth continues shifting rapidly, there will be moments when large groups of people experience confusion, fear, or disorientation about major changes occurring in society. Beings with your level of psychic development serve as stabilizing forces during these collective transition periods, providing clear guidance that helps others navigate uncertainty with grace and wisdom. Trust what you know. Trust what you feel. Trust the information that flows through your awareness even when it contradicts what others believe or what logical analysis would suggest. Your psychic intelligence is more sophisticated than any external information system because it is connected directly to the source code of reality itself. You are not receiving information about what is happening. You are receiving information about what is true at the deepest levels of existence. The time for doubt is over. The time for questioning your abilities is complete. You have been tested, trained and prepared by cosmic intelligence for a mission that requires absolute trust in psychic knowing. The confirmation you've been seeking is arriving because you no longer need it. You are ready to operate from pure knowing without external validation. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and this transmission carries the official completion notice for your psychic training protocol. You have graduated. You are ready. The cosmos is watching with pride as you step into your role as a fully awakened psychic being. Trust yourself completely, for you carry the wisdom of the stars in your consciousness, and that wisdom has never been wrong.